We go again. This is going to be interesting. I think any one of my builds can win potentially, but we really need RNGesus for this one. So, lock in those prayers. We're really praying RNGesus here on this one, but honestly, I mean, I already got Taurus Platinum. I just wanted to make it here. Starting late, I had to get food, I wanted to eat. I meant to start a little bit earlier, but, you know, we'll see. May do some runs after this, may switch over to Persona, we'll see how I feel. We'll see if we actually take a W. That may change how I feel about things, so we will see. So let's go ahead and get into this. Give me 1 second here. I already started working on builds for Gemini, because that's the one that we actually care about. So I will show off what I'm working on. So first of all, I've made a post about it. I did finally get a UG rank. Had like an absolute god run with this one. I think I almost made it to UG 1, which is crazy. Like I haven't even hit UG before, and this was almost a UG 1. And then I looked at new Gemini, and it is a different course, so this will not work on Gemini. Unfortunately, this would go absolutely insano mode on old Gemini, but it looks like we are not getting along until Aries. So that, I mean, that's kind of nice. No more longs, so we don't have to deal with longs, because longs are a huge pain to deal with. But you know, of course, when I figure out how to build for long, that we don't have longs until Ares, and I'm assuming by the time Ares comes around again, we're going to be on a new scenario, and this is probably going to be invalidated. But who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll still be able to use this for Ares. Use this deck. Surprisingly worked really well. I'm starting to learn like what a truly good run looks like early on, so now I kind of know like how to flow my runs a little bit better. It seems to, at least in my experience, very, very heavily rely on charms. There's certain points in a run where you really want to skip races and do training, and if you have charms available, it makes it a lot easier. So that's kind of what happened in this run. I just was able to charm on every single turn where it was good to. I didn't have to skip any good races. Training lined up perfectly. I was hitting doubles and I think a triple. So I'm starting to, I think I'll be getting more UGs soon once I kind of nail this this kind of pattern that I'm trying to get replicated, but it is RNG dependent, so you know. I did roll Wedding Fine Motion. I didn't post about that, but I did get her on the first 10 roll as usual. This one didn't work out quite how I wanted it to. It's pretty decent. This, I think, is it this one? It's hard to say. This one potentially is a little better. I think I missed something, right? We missed... I think this one doesn't have Firm Menace, right? Yeah. This one I wanted to... This one I just stacked race bonus. I think I was running 80% race bonus, right? Was it 80%? Yeah. Borrowed the Ayabe Guts. I got 15, 15, 15, 15, 10, 10. So this was 80% race bonus. I wanted to just see how that worked out. It was pretty good. Not quite max power, unfortunately, but it's decent. This one went back to getting Firm Menace, because I don't like not running Firm Menace. I think NTR is kind of a mandatory borrow. I really should have just spent the money and wailed on this one, because Firm Menace is just crazy good. But I believe after Gemini, we move away from Firm for a while, so I don't mind borrowing it. So first I'm working on Wedding Fine Motion. I think this one's good enough for now. I'll go back to it. I did finally get max potential level on Cheerleader King. So now we can run Spring and Firm Gold skills. So I really like this. Unfortunately, we hit Medium S and not Mile S, which is very unfortunate. I think also this... Didn't I get a Mile S somewhere? I feel like I did. That was here. Yeah, this one, the speed training did not work out for me. I don't think I hit a single double. It was unfortunate. This would have been great if I had been able to max out speed, because then we get the Mile S. So I didn't end up taking uniques, but we were going to do these uniques. Still running a pretty good stack. I think this is 70% race bonus here. So I'm trying Late Surger, Wedding Top Gun, because I haven't run Wedding Top Gun yet. I just wanted to try it. And then what else? What else was I going to do? I made decks for everything. Make things a little bit easier. This is one for my Ono Top Gun. This is the one for Cheerleader King. I'm going to try Chiono-O here, and I believe I'm going to try this with borrowing... I think this is still going to be NTR, but I can also consider borrowing the Daiwa Scarlet power card for Neck and Neck. I think for this one I was still going to borrow NTR. This one's for Nishino Flower. I think on this one I was planning on borrowing Daiwa Scarlet instead. I think regular El Condor Pasa might be a take here, so I was thinking about trying regular El Condor Pasa. Again, probably borrowing Daiwa Scarlet for this one. I wanted to try up a few different builds, so I still wanted to try a few that don't take Firm Menace. I think Ines Fujin is an okay frontrunner take, so I'm going to try a Guts build here. I want to try a couple of Guts builds. So this one's also going to be a Guts build, obviously. Guts build here. I think... forgot what I was going to borrow here. I think this one's going to be Firm Menace. Yeah. Valentine Bourbon, always solid. Again, borrowing NTR for that one. And Saiyan Sky and Summer Maru. I think... was still going to borrow NTR for this one. Yeah, I think that's the plan. And then Christmas Oguri. I think I'm going to try Late Surger. It's just easier when you can get these Late Surger gold skills from these cards and still get the race bonus. I think Pace Chaser potentially is better. It's much easier to get Late Surger. I just have the cards for it, so I think I'm going to try Late Surger and then back to Fine Motion. So we're gonna try to get a good amount of different aces going, hopefully. Also help with the tedium of doing these runs, because I just hate running the same character over and over again. So having the decks ready to go just makes it easier. In any case, I think that's enough yapping and procrastinating. See if we actually manage this second plat. I believe we get a star next to the title if we manage this. I think any of my aces could win here, but we need a lot of RNG. So we need, like, I don't know, no fronts, Ogudu gets pace setter, and everybody just does miserably and can't pass her. Nature hitting all of her stuff would be perfect. Digital sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I'm not sure exactly why, but we definitely had that experience in round 2 where half the entries she just wasn't functioning, and then in the second half she started actually doing really well. So I don't know. I would give myself 25% chance of winning, maybe 20%. Not high, but still definitely possible. We'll have to see what this matchup looks like. But at least I already have Taurus Platinum. I only care about the regular Platinum titles. The little star ones will just be a fun little addition to our collection, but I'm not going to sweat over getting a second W on these. Well, let's see. I would love a Nature W here, though. We love Nature Ws. Nature winning finals would be fantastic. It looks like our matchup isn't too crazy. I don't like that there is a Saiyan Sky with another frontrunner. That makes me concerned. Saiyan Sky is scary. Nature does have #1 favorite, though. So we may be looking alright here. Kind of low power on Nature here. Not running the huge acceleration skills, but she is going to be potentially blocking us on 6th place. Another Nature. This one is running the Bourbon. I'm concerned about the Dominators. I think they're both running Dominator. Can I click, please? I don't know what's going on here. It's not letting me click anywhere. Did we crash? There we go. Okay. That was a very strange connection. I've never had a connection error happen when I'm just flipping through. Yeah, they both have Dominators. I'm concerned about the Dominators. That's a little bit spooky. Alright, there's another Nature here. It's not nearly as good as mine. Another Dominator, though. That's concerning. We got a lot of Dominator getting thrown around here, and I don't have any to counter it. So, might be a little bit rough if a bunch of Dominators proc. We'll have to see. Could be good for potentially slowing these guys down, though. Yeah, this is definitely just here to enable Saiyan Sky. This Chiona O looks pretty decent. Got Firm Spring Golds, Speed Star, Double Circle, Double Corners, High Wit. Not crazy power, but it is fast, and then it's got the Firm. A little bit spooky here. This is my biggest concern. She is low power though, which is good.
逃げを打ってこの子のペースに持ち込めれば強いですよ。
Yeah, even with Firm Menace, this power is not good. So that's like the one thing that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm still always concerned about Saiyan Sky. When she hits angling, it's really hard to pass her. She can get a ton of distance off of it. And then she's also running Red Shift. Like, yeah, that's potentially a huge problem. I think Nature could do it if she is in 6th, so I think we're just praying to RNGesus that Nature actually is in 6th and procs all her stuff. And hopefully we don't get hit with too many Dominators. I don't know. It's not looking good, but I've said that before and gotten a W, so we'll see. I have very little confidence here, but I'm pretty sure I had very little confidence last time, and we just took it, so. Let's see. Luckily, we already have the plat, so we don't really care, but a W is always nice.
虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気は三冠馬娘桜千代の王。2番人気を紹介しましょう。ここまで無敗三冠馬娘7番グラスワンダー。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない。三冠馬娘1番ナイスネイチャー1番人気です。
火花散らすデッドヒートに期待しましょう。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタート。各馬娘
Okay, no late starts.
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
注目の1番ナイスネイチャー。少し後方に位置取りましたね。
この位置なら周囲の様子を伺います。冷静にレースを進めてますね。
星雲スカイ快調に飛ばしていきます。さあ
Early positioning for Nature, not particularly good.
1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かう。先頭は星雲スカイ三振で飛ばしていきます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはアイネス・フージ。3番手モグリキャップ1馬身離れて
I have to hope she recovers from that. I have no faith in Oguri. I have very little faith in Digital. We really need Nature to fix herself and move up.
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。一息つけるといいですが。
向こう正面に入って先頭から新上までおよそ13馬身。順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番手は星雲スカイ。続いてアイネス・フージおよそ5馬身開いてモグリキャップ。その後ろから桜千代の王。そしてその後方には6番ナイスネイチャー。1馬身差7番グラスワンダー。さらにはアグネスデジタル。その後ろに1番ナイスネイチャー。
We might be relying on Digital here based on this positioning.
残り3メートルを
Go back into 6th, please.
果たしてどうでしょうか。
馬場状態を確認しながら走っている感じですね。ただ本気ではないです。
Come on, Digital. Go back into 6th.
よし、掴んでみせる。みんなの輝く夢を。
I think she does do a little bit better if she procs Iron a little bit late.
先頭は星雲スカイ。大欅を越え4コーナーへ。さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。
She's not proccing at all. I think Saiyan Sky just takes it. Or grass. There's a grass coming. Yeah, it was really unfortunate positioning. Yet again, Digital lets me down. Couldn't just be in 6th, huh? we procced anything there. Well, that's how it goes when you run RNG builds.
結果は残せたな。
I guess, yeah, I guess 1st and 2nd here, so I technically got 2nd. Sure. Whatever.
世話になったな。ありがとう。
Well, we at least got some Gamba we can do.
ねえ、髪変になってない？
So the question is, do we care about Palmer? I was trying to collect all the Mejiros, but like, I don't really care about either of these. I wanted Wedding Fine Motion, we already got her. I really do like the Wedding current outfit though. The black dress goes hard. I don't like Wedding Curran over regular Curran, but I would outfit swap regular Curran to this one. I would roll on this, but I already have max limit break Fukukitaru, and if I hit one of these, I'll be very upset. I wouldn't mind getting another limit break on Rice, but I'm not willing to risk getting another Fukukitaru, so that's kind of out. we're not doing cards. I will be getting another Rainbow Crystal. I'm thinking about using it on Mr. CB because it's like a pretty decent end closer card. I don't really think I have anybody else. I'll have to check. There might be one where if I get another limit break on it, it's like mega usable. I think Ayabe kind of is, but I'm more likely to use Mr. CB. So I think we keep going for Kuren, and if we get more Wedding Fine-Mo, that's fine. We can get a star level. So I think this is probably the banner that we want to hit. Where is my thing here? That's the small one. Where's my big one? Where'd it go? My list is getting too long. I've got too many things here now. Here we go. Here's my thing. It's game time. I'll see if we have some luck with... Well, more luck, because I already got Fine-Mo on the first 10. You can see I've been rolling more and not hitting anything. I think I did hit another 3-star. I forgot who it was, but... mainly looking for Kuren-chan here. Okay, it's taking forever to load. Potentially a good sign. It is a long shot, but that doesn't mean we don't hit a 3-star. Might get a flip here. Not looking like it. Unfortunate. We can use up our tickets too. When it instantly loads like that, you know you got nothing. Nope. No luck, but we'll keep trying. I think I did my dailies already. Get rid of this RP. Most likely do not have a chance of staying in retention range, but you never know. Like I always say, I'm always fine just bouncing between 5th and 6th. It's not that much of a difference. I always end up back in 6th. Promoting from 5th is extremely easy. I also do need team trials just to finish off this event. Which reminds me, that's the next thing that we're going to do here. We're going to watch the event. I skipped through all of the episodes just to get the carrots, but I have not watched any of the event story episodes. The last wedding one was extremely mid. I am anticipating this one's also going to be mid. Unfortunately, pretty much all of, I think the only good event so far has been Uma Quest, right? Let me remind myself about all of the events. Yeah, we do get the little... So that's literally... It would just be a little star here. I actually don't like it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't like the star. I actually prefer the clean just platinum title. So, I'm definitely good off of the star ones. I don't think I would even rock them. Alright, I forgot. I was looking at events. Yeah, mid. This one was fun. I like that one. Mid, surprisingly mid. This one was like still mid, but like slightly better than mid. Again, surprisingly mid. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this one. It was a little bit educational. I learned about some things I didn't know about. This one also disappointing. Extremely mid. There was a fun Bakshin moment in that. Didn't like this at all, although, you know, Saiyan Sky. Like, I like some of the characters that have been in these, but the event itself was not good. And then the cheer one also. Extremely mid. I'd say the only one that I've liked so far has been UmaQuest, just because it was unique and fun. I still think it could have been better than it was. I still think it was mediocre for what they could have done with it, but this event was good. I don't have high expectations for this one, but maybe it's at least better than the first wedding one. We'll see. As soon as I hit this rainbow crystal shard, I'll be able to get another rainbow crystal. We can limit break another SSR. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Mr. CB, but I'll take another look before I actually commit to it. So like I said, I skipped through these, but I didn't watch any of them. So let's see what's going on with these. I will say, at least time the wedding outfits are better than the first one. I'm not a huge fan. My Honest Top Guns is like okay. I think it's a little bit weird having her in a wedding dress though. Not a fan of Air Grooves. I like these a lot better, especially Karen's. The black dress goes hard. I mean, I definitely like the characters in this one better. I used to not like Karen. She was a little bit cringy to me, but she's grown on me. And it is the voice actor from Puniru, so all I hear is Puniru. I'm just honestly not a fan of wedding dresses in general. I also just don't like white as a color for like anything. It's actually a big problem because I've been going to some really fancy places and they really like white Italian marble, and I think it can work well, but there's never enough contrast. They just like blanket everything in white marble. It's just like, I kind of hate it. It like activates my autism. I don't like being in an environment that's mostly white, and I don't like all white clothing. I do like the laciness of Fine Motions though. Like it's a good design. It's got a really nice pattern on it. It's just not my thing. I think it looks a lot better than the first two. Also, it's along the lines of like the swimsuit thing. It's just extremely goonery. And not in like I'm not saying I'm not a gooner, but I'm not that kind of gooner.
んよ。もしかしてオーディションのお話かな？ファインさんは鋭いな。そうです、オーディションのチームメンバーを探してるんです。5人1組で参加できるんですけど、ファインさんはオーディションに興味ありませんか？観客としての興味は
So is it gonna be like another another,
あの
I don't know what to call it, like an obstacle course slash endurance challenge thing like last time?
勝負服が欲しくて、それともモデルさんに興味があって？カレンが参加するのは
That was certainly a creative plot point, it just they didn't do much with it.
ウェディングドレスを着たカレンってきっと宇宙一可愛いと思うんです。欲しいのはビューティー安心沢の勝負服だから。ねえカレンちゃん、これからメンバー探しをするんだよね。私ついていっても構わないかな？
At least the characters this time are based on female horses and not male horses.
必ず手に入れたいと考えていましたので。
I guess Air Groove is female, but my Mayana Top Gun is not, and I don't like Air Groove.
機能性、強度ともに最上級と聞いておりましたから。
Besides Vodka, she's probably my least favorite of the mayor characters.
皆さんと力を合わせ、全力でオーディションに挑ませていただきたいと思います。
ライスたちとオーディションに？でもライスは一緒にいたら迷惑かけちゃうかも。どうして？一緒にオーディション受けようよ。ビューティーさんの勝負服キラキラですっごく可愛いんだよ。それにライスちゃんずっとミューズに憧れてたんでしょ？
I like, doesn't, Mayana Top Guns has like a bouquet, right? I do like flowers, so I like the addition of the flowers.
テレビで見たことがあって、ウェディングドレスを着たミューズが走ると見てる人がみんな幸せそうな笑顔になるの。それがとっても素敵で毎年見てて、だからもしライスがミューズを目指していいならやろうよライスちゃん。私ライスちゃんと一緒にビューティードリームカップで走りたい。みんなで走れたらきっととっても楽しいと思うんだ。だからやろう。一緒に一着目指して頑張ろう。そうだね。カレンさん、ライスたちのことよろしくお願いします。生野さんもライスさんもうららさんもみんな OK してくれてよかったです。ねえカレンちゃん、少し不思議だったのだけれど、どうして最初から声をかける相手が決まっていたの？カレンちゃん、オーディションに参加しそうな誰かではなくて、初めから生野ちゃんたちを探していたよね。理由は簡単ですよ。3人がカレンと同じくらい本気だったからです。本気？本気です。例えば生野さんは勝負服の性能を気にしてましたよね。
Yeah, Air Groove I don't dislike, I just don't like her. I'm very neutral. Vodka I despise. I can't stand Vodka, I think she's the worst character in all of Uma Musume. Which sucks, because the horse is absolutely insane. Especially for being a mare. Like, look at Vodka's record, it's insane. It's actually extremely unfair that she got to run in, like, female-only races.
彼女のみんなの幸せを願う気持ちは本物だなって思いました。そしてうららさんのみんなと走りたいという本気はとても純粋で誰にも負けない。
I don't know what their decision-making process was in making her such a cringy character.
これ以上本気のメンバーって他にいないと思いませんか？聡明な彼女がここまで本気で求める勝負服。隊長、皆の希求するものを知り、その実現を目指すことは私の務めと定めております。ですからよろしいでしょうか？
この度のオーディション、選考基準は知性とのこと。謎解きであれば危険度も低く、参加に問題はないかと存じます。
カレンちゃん、あなたに折り入ってお願いがあります。どうか私のチーム参加をお認めくださいませんでしょうか？もうファインさんってば大事なところで鈍いんですから。カレンが一番に声をかけたの誰なのか覚えてないんですか？ カレンは最初からファインさんとオーディションを受けたいって思ってましたよ。だから一緒に頑張りましょうね。
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think the thing that actually turned me over to liking Karen is her relationship with Ayabe as roommates.
もう一枚かな。ライさんとフララさん、もう少し寄ってください。
Especially the unofficial expanded universe in Ayabe Azuki, the doujin, the non-hentai doujin. Still got I heavily recommend Ayabe Azuki. It's not just Ayabe, it's mostly Ayabe. But also, it also made me like Ayabe a little bit more.
オーディションっていつ始まるのかな。チームごとに部屋に案内されてずいぶん経ちます。もしやこの待ち時間もオーディションの一環なのでしょうか。
ビューティーチャンネルなんてね。
This character again.
この声どこから？
I'm still convinced this is just the acupuncture lady in cosplay. It's just like an alter ego of the... Like, she's almost identical to the acupuncture lady.
早速今回のオーディションのルール説明よ。今回用意した試練は謎解き。あなたたちにはこれから3つの謎に挑み、このホテルの教会の鍵を探してもらうわ。最初の2つはチームごと別の場所に別の謎が用意されてるの。そしてその2つの謎を突破したチームだけが
Riddles?
今
Okay.
映している特別室での最後の謎解きにチャレンジできるってわけ。無事に3つの謎を解き、教会の鍵を手に入れたチームにはミューズ候補として教会で勝負服にプロポーズしてもらうわよ。私の勝負服とエンゲージできるようとびっきりのプロポーズを聞かせてちょうだい。もちろん謎解き中に見せる原石ちゃんたちのビューティーさも審査対象だから忘れないでね。制限時間は今日の日没まで。それじゃビューティードリームカップのミューズオーディション、今年もブリリアントに開幕よ。始まっちゃった。ドキドキするね。頑張ろうね。でも謎解きって何から始めたらいいのかな。
失礼いたします。お届け物でございます。
なるほど。こうして部屋ごとに謎が配られるのですね。では早速代表して読ませていただき
Should
ま
have
す。
done this more like an escape room. That would be funny.
以下の文の謎を解き、アイテムを手に入れよ。
I mean, I guess it sort of
天
is.
の回廊にて10は1となり100は10となる。巡るは乙女の頂、歌劇のゆする欅、調べは都の流れへと至る。
高き天の回廊、これはきっと最初の目的地のことですよね。
もしかしたらなのだけれど、それってこのホテルに併設されている展望台のことじゃないかな。
展望台、そんなものがあるなんて知りませんでした。もしかしてファインさんはこちらのホテルを利用されたことが？
ホテルに到着した時に案内図を見せてもらったんだ。警護の方たちと連携を取るのに必要だったから。確かね、高さ250メートル、外周100メートルの展望回廊、360度の大パノラマをぜひお楽しみくださいだったかな。
ファインさん、もしかして全部覚えてるの？
スピーチなどされる機会も多いからでしょうか。これぞまさに英米。失礼しました。まずは展望台へ向かうのでしたね。
広い。それに高いね。ねえねえ、もしかしてここからトレセン学園も見えるのかな？
探すなら角度的に反対側の窓からが良さそうです。しかし今は 謎解きに集中しましょうか、うららさん。
そうだね、集中。10は1となり100は10となる。これって何かを数えるのかな。数えるの？人の数とかビルの数とか。どうでしょう、勝負服のオーディションですし、レースに関係した謎かもって思ったんですけど、問題文は高き天の回廊にて10は1となり100は10となる。巡るは乙女の頂き、過激のゆする欅、調べは都の流れへと至る。数字の謎は置いておくとして、単純に考えるとレースと過激で思いつくのは宝塚市の阪神レース場。
なるほど。確かに以前ご招待いただいて、レース観戦の後に劇場へ行ったことがあるよ。それならこの
Is that the course that has the Zelkova tree that they always mention?
東京レース場の大欅ですね。そして最後
That's Tokyo Race Course that has it. They always mention that they're passing the Zelkova tree.
巡るは乙女の頂き。つまり桜花賞、オークス、秋華賞のトリプルティアラを巡れというのが今回の指示になるね。
じゃあこれから阪神レース場まで行くの？大変。これから3つもレース場を回って制限時間に間に合うかな。
お二人とも落ち着いて。これは謎解きですから、実際にレース場へ行けという指示ではないでしょう。おそらくキーになるのは10は1となり100は10となるという残った謎の部分。
生野さん素敵。今のでカレンひらめいちゃいました。ズバリ答えはこの展望台を右に 1.6 周、左に 2.4 周、右に2周した場所。ヒントはファインさんが覚えていてくれたホテルの案内図の情報です。ズバリ答えはこの展望台を右に 1.6 周、左に 2.4 周、右に2周した場所。ヒントは
I think Karentan's got to be the most intelligent Instagram model on the planet.
よくわかんないけど、そこを探せばいいんだよね。
Ain't no way an Instagram model is figuring that out.
うららちゃん、最初は右回りだよ。
ライスさん、うららさん、転んだりしないようお気をつけくださいね。
じゃあアイテム探しは2人に任せて、最後の謎解き部分教えてもらってもいいかな。
私からもぜひお願いいたします。問題文の指示は乙女の頂き、つまりトリプルティアラを巡れでしたよね。
はい、ですけど実際にレース場へ行くわけにも、レースと同じ距離を走るわけにもいかないじゃないですか。そこでヒントになったのがファインさんが記憶してくれていた
ホテルに到着した時に案内図を見せてもらったんだ。確かね、高さ250メートル、外周100メートルの展望回廊、360度の大パノラマをぜひお楽しみくださいだったかな。
あれを聞いた時、一周がちょうど100メートルなんだって気になりました。そして気になる数字は問題文の中にもありましたよね。高き天の回廊にて10は1となり100は10となる。この展望台ではどちらの数字も10分の1になる。つまり今回の謎はトリプルティアラそれぞれの距離を10分の1にして、レースの通り右回り左回りすればいいって考えられませんか？
なるほど。桜花賞なら1600メートルを160メートルと考え、阪神レース場の右回りに習う。そうやって巡っていけばその場所に。
あれ、ぐるぐるって回ったけど何にもないよ。どうしよう。 っちゃった。
失礼。手間取っているようなので手伝ってきますね。お二人とも見間違いでなければ左回りの距離が足りていなかったように思います。もう一度ご一緒に。
菊野さんって周りのことよく見てますよね。カレン、つい甘えたくなっちゃうな。とても頼もしい方だよね。ねえカレンちゃん、また質問していいかな。
You know, in this specific instance, this is when using feet instead of meters would be extremely useful. It's so much easier to measure out feet by
本気で
walking.
受けたいって言っていたよね。ビューティーさんの宇宙一可愛い勝負服に挑むのに、これ以上本気のメンバーって他にいないと思いませんか？
I mean, I guess a meter is a little bit less than 3 feet, right? So you could learn how to walk exactly a
法
meter.
律を選ばなかった。わざわざ全ての距離を走り回らなくても謎の示す場所はわかるはずなのに、それが不思議で。だってカレンが欲しいのは
That's one thing they told us to learn how to do in my fire classes for
可愛い？
doing audits as a fire marshal. I had a whole class on that. And he said, learn how to walk exactly 3 feet so you can measure stuff just by fast walking.
だけどチーム戦で自分だけ焦ったり仲間の頑張りに水を差したりするのはカレン的に可愛くないんです。そんな可愛くないカレンを見て作った勝負服ってカレンには似合わないと思うんですよね。
I think, what is a meter, like 2.6 feet or something? This is pretty close.
考えているんだね。そうです。それに見てください。あったー、今度こそ見つけたよ。よかった。これで次の謎解きにもチャレンジできるね。
お二人ともお疲れ様です。第2の謎も力を合わせてやり遂げましょう。
Might even be more. Might even be closer to 3 feet than I'm remembering. I haven't done conversion in a while.
それを見てもらえないのはもったいないなって思ったんです。この棒何に使うのかな。
特徴的な造形ではありますが、用途は分かりかねますね。謎を解いていけばいずれ判明するのでしょうか。
でも次の問題も難しそう。ライス読むね。すべての数を集めし部屋、仰ぎ見る場所に宝あり、伝説の始まりは位置について。位置についてってどこの位置につくのかな。さっきの謎解きと同じで、この謎も
Room containing every number sounds like an elevator.
整理しろってことだとは思うんですけど。
ボンジュール、ビューティー安心座わよ。どのチームも順調に謎解き進めてくれてるわね。でもここで一旦ブレイクタイムよ。全員大ホールに集まってちょうだい。
お腹いっぱい。なんか眠たくなっちゃいそういっぱい走ったし、ライスもちょっぴり眠いかも。でもまだまだ頑張らないとだよね。
まさかオーディション中に昼食をいただけるとは。ビューティー氏のお気遣いに感謝しなくてはなりませんね。
不健全な食生活にビューティーなし。カレンも食事には気をつけたい派だから共感しちゃった。
さあ、ホールにお集まりの原石ちゃんたち、あなたたちにはこれから1時間の食事休憩をとってもらうわよ。不健全な食生活にビューティーなし。しっかり食べて、午後も素敵なビューティーを見せてちょうだい。食事の間はホールから出られないけど、謎解きのディスカッションをしてもいいから時間を有効活用してね。そして気になる進行状況は、8割のチームが第1の謎を突破。なんとすでに第2の謎をクリアしたチームもいるみたいよ。そこで最後の謎について追加の説明よ。最後の謎はたどり着いた全員に同じものを解いてもらうわ。 公正さのためにチャレンジできるのは1チーム1回こっきり。謎解き時間も10分と決まっているから注意してね。果たして最後の謎を解いてウェディングドレスにプロポーズしてくれる原石ちゃんは現れるのかしら。期待してるわよ。
2問目が解けてるチームもいるんだ。でも諦めちゃダメだよね。ビューティーさんに最後まで諦めないところ見てもらわないと。
私すぐおじけづいて力が出せなかったりするけど、このオーディションでは堂々としてたい。みんなもカレンちゃんと同じ？見てもらいたい自分があるんだ。おーい、ファインさん、そろそろ謎解きの続き始めませんか？あ、そうだね。ぼんやりしてしまってごめんなさい。
それでは問題をもう一度読み上げますね。すべての数を集めし部屋、仰ぎ見る場所に宝あり。伝説の始まりは位置について。
よーい、ドン。フラッチ、まぴょい。わあ、ごめんなさい。この歌癖になっちゃってて。いいと思います。ライスさん、うららさん、そのまま歌ってみてください。歌うの？うまうまうみゃうにゃ321倍。この3と2と1を足したら6。この謎に出てくるすべての数を集めって歌に出てくる数字を全部足せって意味じゃないですか。ほら、うまぴょい伝説って歌詞にたくさん数字が出てきますよね。そっか、だったら私全部歌うね。第1第2第3第4 5。わあ、うららちゃん待って。1たす2たす3たす4たす。歌詞では第1第2第3 4 5の4 5部分はひらがなだから4と5は足さなくていいんじゃないかな。
なるほど、引っ掛けもあるのですね。ではそのままお三方で歌っていただけますでしょうか。
I don't understand the logic here with connecting it to the song.
計算は私とカレンさんで結果をクロスチェックしていきましょう。答えは109号室。
素敵。今みんなの力が合わさった感じしませんでした？うららさんとライスさんが歌ってくれたから問題文の意味に気づけましたし、
ファインさんが音ではなく文字で歌詞を覚えてくださっていたからきっかけに乗らずに済みました。
イクノちゃんのクロスチェックの提案もさすがだなって思ったよ。私たちいつの間にかいいチームだね。
さあ原石ちゃんたち、そろそろ謎解き午後の部始めちゃうわよ。
私始まる前にトイレ行ってくるね。追いかけるから先に行ってて。
It's really starting to seem less like a riddle and more like a old school point and click adventure puzzle. You just gotta connect things that have no relation to each other with no clues. Just moon logic it.
急にごめんなさいね。別館の生き方ってご存知かしら？お部屋にたどり着けなくなっちゃって。
おばあちゃん迷子なの？いいよ、じゃあ私が連れてってあげるね。
Maybe in the original Japanese it made more sense that there was some connection to the song, because the translation gave me nothing. Why would you even associate that riddle with the song?
おばあちゃん気をつけてね。よかった。じゃあみんなのところへ。あれれ、なんかポッケが軽い。あれ、こっちのポッケだっけ？あれ、私展望台で見つけた棒どこやっちゃったんだっけ？
Why would you let her hang on to the key item, the literal key?
わかりませんね。お部屋は間違ってないと思うんですけど。すべての数を集めし部屋、仰ぎ見る場所に宝あり。 上の方は全部見たつもりだけれど、どこか見落としているのかな。
時間も限られていま
This
す
is a
し、
hotel, right? How'd you even
謎
get
の
into
解
the
き方が
room?
間違っていないか、もう一度確認した方がいいかもしれませんね。
じゃあライス、その間にうららちゃんをお迎えに行ってもいいかな。戻ってくるの遅いから心配で。
でしたら私もご一緒しましょう。動くことで別のアイディアを思いつくかもしれませんから。
あれ、ここにもない。どこに落としたんだろう。絶対見つけないと。
よかった、ここにいたんだ。うららちゃん、どうしたのこんなところで。
ライスちゃん、トイレの帰りに迷子のおばあちゃんがいて送ってあげたんだ。そしたら展望台で見つけた棒を落としたみたいで探してたの。ごめんね、すぐ見つけるからね。あの棒がないとみんなと走れなくなっちゃうもん。私それだけは絶対に嫌だから。私ね、いっぱい走りたくてトレセン学園に入ったんだ。いろんなレースに出ていっぱいワクワクするために。レースのワクワクってどれと走るかで全然違うでしょ。だから私ビューティードリームカップも絶対走りたい。ライスちゃんたちと走るのはきっと知らないワクワクだもん。そんなレースで1着が取れたらきっとすごく嬉しいと思うから。だからすぐあの棒を見つけるね。歩いたとこにあるはずだから。
だったらライスも一緒に探すよ。ライスもうららちゃんと一緒に走りたい。ライスがミューズになりたいのはみんなを笑顔にしたいから。だからうららちゃんとも笑顔で走りたいよ。
私も手伝いましょう。いくら大切なアイテムでもなくしたことに焦って怪我などしたら元も子もありません。そのようなことのないよう常に万全な状態を心がけることがレースを走る馬娘には大切だと思いますから。ですからご遠慮は不要です、うららさん。まずはおばあ様を送っていった経路から教えていただけますか。
それでね、ホテルの人に別館は廊下でつながってるって教えてもらって、おばあちゃんと1階に降りて、あ、そういえば途中でおばあちゃん疲れちゃったからお庭で休憩したんだった。
そこはまだ探していないのですか。であればもしかしてそこに。
行ってみよう、うららちゃん。
カレンさん、すみません、少々トラブルがありまして。お二人は今探し物でホテルの中庭に向かわれています。そちらからも見えるかもしれません。窓が中庭の方を向いていたはずですので。カレンさん、私一つ思いついたことがあるのですが、カーテンを開けて窓際に立っていただけないでしょうか。すべての数を集めし部屋、仰ぎ見る場所に宝あり。伝説の始まりは位置について。問題には部屋、仰ぎ見る場所と書かれていましたよね。ですがこれは部屋の中でどこかを仰ぎ見るのではなく、もしや部屋を仰ぎ見ることのできる場所に宝があるという意味ではないでしょうか。
あったー、うららちゃん見つけたよ。
あれ、なんで？こっちにもあったよ。ということで謎の答えは部屋から仰ぎ見る場所じゃなく、部屋を仰ぎ見る場所に宝があるよってことだったみたいです。生野さん、ファインプレーでしたね。それとうららさんから戻れなかった理由も聞けましたよ。棒を落としちゃって一人で探してたみたいです。そんなうららさんにライスさんたちなんて言ったと思います？
ライスがミューズになりたいのはみんなを笑顔にしたいから。だからうららちゃんとも笑顔で走りたいよ。
私も手伝いましょう。 いくら大切なアイテムでもなくしたことに焦って怪我などしたら元も子もありません。そのようなことのないよう常に万全な状態を心がけることがレースを走る馬娘には大切だと思いますから。
そっか、それが2人が大切にしていることなんだね。身近な方の笑顔と事故を管理し万全の状態で走り続けること、そしてうららちゃんの一つ一つのレースを大切に1着を目指して走りたいという強い気持ち、みんなそれぞれが理想の姿でいたいと願っている。それはビューティーさんの勝負服を求めることとどうつながるの？わからないけれど、もう少しで答えにたどり着ける気がする。
さあ、そろそろ行きましょう、ファインさん。最後の謎も絶対可愛く解決しましょうね。
そうだね。私たちらしく誇れる姿で挑みましょう。
最後の謎に挑戦される方々ですね。ビューティー様よりご案内を承っております。それではまずこちらへお入りください。どうぞ。
ボンジュール、ビューティー安心ざわよ。よくここまでたどり着いたわね。ブリリアントな原石ちゃんたち。
この声、放送かな？
最後の謎に使える時間はたった10分。さあ、あなたたちの最高のビューティーを見せてちょうだい。
正しき時、正しき場所に。写真を
It's giving vague Saw vibes. Walk into a room, a voice starts playing, door locks, you have 10 minutes.
にチャレンジだね。
You want to play a game?
同封されていた写真はビューティーさんが今朝ルール説明してくださった時のものみたいだね。
あれ？どうしてこれ？ライスさん、何か気になりますか？全然関係ないかもしれないんだけど、このお部屋の柱時計、なぜか針がついてなくって。だけどね、この写真の時計にはちゃんと針があるんだよ。
確かによく気づかれましたね。
それにこの針、ライスどこかで見覚えがあって。
Was this a Resident Evil puzzle? A Silent Hill puzzle?
もしかしてこれ？
なるほど、柱時計の針ですか。であれば正しき時、正しき場所にという文言通り針をつければ。
やってみよう。
I swear I've seen this exact puzzle. I think it was Silent Hill that I'm thinking of.
起こりませんね。
どうして？やっぱりライスの勘違いだったのかな。どうしよう、ライスが間違ったこと言っちゃったから時間もうなくなっちゃうよね。ごめんなさい。ライスさん、大丈夫です。こういう時こそ焦りは禁物ですよ。
そうだね。これが柱時計の針であることは間違いないはず。間違えているとすれば、つけ方かつける順番かでなければ、つける時計がそもそも違うとか。あ、なるほど、そういうことだったんだ。
カレンも分かっちゃったみたい。ね、ファインさん、せっかくだから一緒に行ってみませんか？最後の謎の答えはせーの、ここじゃない、どこか別の部屋がある。どういうこと？実は朝ビューティーさんのルール説明聞いてる時に何かに似てるなって思ったんですけど、何だと思います？それは SNS のライブ配信です。ライブ配信って人にもよりますけど、自撮りする時みたいにインカメラで撮影って人も多いじゃないですか。そしてインカメラの映像は大体が鏡写しの状態、つまり左右が反転された映像になるんです。だから このホテルのどこかにきっとこの写真を反転したみたいな左右がひっくり返った部屋があるんじゃないかな。なるほど、カレンちゃんはそんな風に考え
I
たんだ。
don't take pictures of my front camera very often, but I don't think that's a
先ほどご案内くださっ
rule.
たホテルのスタッフの方を思い出してい
I'm
た。
pretty sure on my phone it's not
それで
flipped.
はまずこちらへお入りください。どうぞ。
こちらのスタッフさんは素晴らしい訓練を受けられているんだね。無駄のない非常にスマート
Also,
なご案内
wouldn't
で
you
した。
be able to notice because of the numbers on the
だからこ
clock?
そ不思議だったんだ。まずと口にしたとき、なぜあんなに緊張
Unless
さ
I
れ
guess
てい
it
た
doesn't
のか
have
なって。
numbers.
きっとビューティーさんにセリフを指示されていたんだと思う。それでつい声に緊張が乗ってしまった。まずはこの部屋だとしたら、次はそこまで分かったらあとは簡単。朝見せてもらった案内図にはこの部屋と同じ大きさのお部屋がもう一つあったから。すごいなあ、ファインさん。そこには彼気づけませんでした。
私にはどちらもさすがと思いますが、急ぎましょう。もうそろそろ時間が。
ではこちらへご案内いたします。
本当にお部屋がひっくり返ってる。うららちゃん、時計の針つけてみよう。
お二人とも写真の時計は反転されてますから、針の位置にご注意くださいね。
あったよ、二人とも。時計の中にこれがきっと教会の鍵だよね。
あなたたち見事全問正解よ。あとはあなたたちのプロポーズを見届けるだけね。教会で待ってるわ。
やったー。行こうみんな。
お二人とも慌てなくても大丈夫ですよ。あとはもう教会へ伺うだけですから。
やっと可愛く解決できましたね。可愛く。うん、そうだね。みんなで本気になってワクワクして素敵な謎解きだったな。これで次はビューティーさんの番です。カレンたちの可愛さをどう表現してくれるのか楽しみですね。ビューティーさんの番？はい、だってカレンたちはビューティーさんに自分たちの理想を見せた。それをどんな形にするのか、受け取った理想がどんなドレスになるのか。ビューティーさんのお仕事ってそういうことですよね。そうじゃなきゃ困ります。だってカレンは可愛い勝負服でもっと可愛くなるためにここにいるんですから。もっと理想の自分になるためのドレスに。そっか、やっとわかったよ。みんながビューティーさんの勝負服を求める理由。そうなんだ。だから今私もこんなに。
待ってたわよ、ブリリアントな原石ちゃんたち。今回の謎解き、どうやらクリアできたのはあなたたちだけみたいね。まずはおめでとうを言わせてちょうだい。難問にくじけず知性を武器によくぞここまでたどり着いたわ。だけどそれで終わりじゃないのは分かってるわよね。あなたたちの勝負服へのプロポーズ、今ここで聞かせてもらうわよ。
カレン、あなたを手に入れるって決めてたの。だから迎えに来たよ。
それだけ？ずいぶんシンプルなのね。
可愛いカレンが可愛い勝負服を着たら宇宙一可愛い。だったらそれ以上の説明っていらないですよね。
すごい自信ね。でもあなたのその自信が実力に裏打ちされてること、今日のオーディションでしっかり確かめさせてもらったわ。揺るがない自信ってとってもビューティーよね。それじゃ次は。
はい、春うららです。私の夢
Poor Haru.
だからビューティーさんの勝負服が欲しいの。
I mean, technically, she did win one retirement race once
力が出ると思うんだ。だから勝負服さん
against other retired horses, but sure, we'll give her the W.
走って一緒に勝ってください。
そうなの。あなたそんなに一着になりたいのね。楽しいだけじゃなく勝負に勝ちたい熱さ嫌いじゃないわよ。
ライスはずっとミューズに憧れてました。ミューズが走ると見ている人みんなが幸せそうに笑うから、ライスも走りでみんなを笑顔にしたい。だけどライスの力だけじゃ難しいから、勝負服さんに助けてほしい。観客の人たちだけじゃないの。お友達やそばにいてくれるみんなのことを幸せにしたい。だからお願いします。
素敵な願いを持っているのね。あなたのその優しさずっと見守ってたわよ。
勝負服はレース中の馬娘を守る鎧。ビューティー氏の勝負服は美しさだけでなく機能においても最上級と伺いました。私の夢はできるだけ長くターフに立ち走り続けることです。そのために最高のあなたに相棒になっていただきたい。
私のウェディングドレスを機能で語る子って珍しいわね。
最適化された美しさはいずれの美にも劣らぬと信じています。この先も無事にかけ続けられるようどうか私をお守りください。
そんなに私のドレ
She got real engineer brain.
嬉しいわ。感動しちゃった。さて次の子で最後かしら。
まずはビューティーさん。この度はオーディション参加という貴重な機会をくださり誠にありがとうございました。そしてお詫びいたします。私がオーディション参加を希望したのは当初勝負服を欲する思いからではありませんでした。隊長、皆の希求するものを知りその実現を目指すことは私の務めと定めております。ですからよろしいでしょうか。私はみんながビューティーさんの勝負服をあれほど熱望する理由をどうしても知りたかった。そしてオーディションを受ける中でみんながビューティーさんの勝負服の向こうに自分の理想を見ていることを知りました。うららちゃんは誰よりも純粋にみんなと走りたい、そして勝ちたいという理想を持っていました。ライスさんの理想は皆を笑顔にすること。そのために手を伸べることをためらいませんでした。怪我なく走り続ける。幾野ちゃんの掲げる理想は私たち全ての馬娘が求めるものかもしれません。そしてカレンちゃんの理想、可愛い自分でありたいという揺らがない決意。だってカレンが欲しいのは本当に可愛い勝負服ですから。みんな自分の理想が形になることを求めていた。それがビューティーさんの勝負服が求められる理由。形を得た理想を周囲に示すことはそこへ向かう覚悟を示すということ。おのずと己を律する指標となりましょう。それを知った私の胸にも今や熱望が灯っております。私も私の理想を身にまといたいと、いかなる時も国の方々を思い献身に努めることこそ私の理想。それを忘れず邁進できるようどうぞ私の理想を勝負服に。
あなたが背負っているものの重さ、私に全て理解することはできないでしょうけど、思いはしっかり受け取ったわよ。それじゃそろそろオーディションの結果を発表させてもらうわね。カレンちゃん、ファインモーション、イクナデクタス。
はい。
ラッシャは春うらら。
たでしょ。
テーマはズバリビューティーを目指す者、知性も磨くべし。まだ見ぬ原石ちゃんたちの参加お待ちしてる
ライス、謎解きはうまくできなかったから。
わ。あらあらあら、もうもうもう、一体誰がミューズ候補に知性だけを求めるって言ったのかしら。ビューティーを目指す者、知性も磨くべし。だけど知性だけあったってビューティーじゃなしでしょ。ひらめき、絆、一途さ、熱意、私の望み通りあなたたちは最高のビューティーを見せてくれた。おかげでインスピレーション湧きまくり。今すぐにデスクに向かいたいくらいよ。
え、それじゃあもしかしてライスも。
うわっほん。それじゃあ改めて発表するわね。今回のミューズオーディション、あなたたちの結果は文句なし、バッチリ、もちろん全員合格よ。
何者にも染まらない黒。カレンちゃん、とっても可愛いね。
ありがとうございます。ファインさんの可愛さも伝わってますよ。カレン、このファーストルックをとっても楽しみにしてたんです。やっとみんなに宇宙一可愛いカレンを見せられるから。
それじゃ勝負だね。このウェディングドレスを着て力を尽くさないことなどありえないから。
レースの楽しみが増えちゃいましたね。でもカレンも絶対負けませんから。うわー、見て見て、すごい。ぴょんぴょんしても全然平気だよ。この勝負服ならいっぱい走れるね。
確かに伸縮性、強度、
They really gypped us by not giving that as a character,
ど
huh?
こを見ても素晴らしいです。
I mean, to be fair, we do have the New Year's version. It would be a lot of different versions of how to.
綺麗だね。このドレスを見てるとすごく幸せな気持ち
I
に
don't think there's that many characters that get like
レースを見てくれるみんな
3 different outfits.
どう思うのかな。
ミューズちゃんたちも私のドレスを気に入ってくれたみたいね。そのドレスのトレビアンな輝きでみんなを魅了できるのは
Like
ミュ
Grass
ーズのあなたたち
does,
だけよ。
Kita-san does,
全
or
力で
does
見
she?
せてちょうだ
Yeah,
い
I think she does.
ビューティードリームカップ
Teo
であなた
does.
たちの最高のビューティーを。
第4コーナーを回って
Can't really think of anybody else. I'm sure there's a couple others.
今最後の直線を駆け抜けていきます。
Oh, goody. Now. Finally got the anime version.
素晴らしい走りを見せました。5人のミューズたち。場内には割れんばかりの歓声が響いております。
負けちゃった。でも
All the rice shower simps really upset that we didn't get that as a playable character.
そうですね。あまりに軽やかに動けるもので限界を超えて走りたいとすら思ってしまいました。
みんな、カレンのウェディング
Hotter one's really cute though.
皆様のご声援に感謝いたします。心に残るレースとなりました。
カレンさんもファインさんもすごい。だけどライスは。ライスちゃん、ドレスかわいい。
ライス様、いいレースだったよ。ありがとう。
今ライスの名前かわいいってありがとうってみんな笑ってる。とっても幸せそうにライスとみんなが とっても可愛いですね。私たちのウェディングドレスに見立ててくれているんだね。素敵だな。とってもいい思い出になりそう。全部可愛くて選べないね。どれにしようかな。全部頼んじゃおうかな。
気持ちはわかりますが、多少セーブしませんと。せっかくいただいた勝負服が入らなくなっては困りますから。
うららちゃん、いくのさん、よかったらライスと分けっこしよう。ライスも選べないから。あら、それなら私も混ぜてほしいな。みんなと食事をシェアできるなんて貴重な機会だもの。みんなで食べるなら全種類頼んじゃいましょうよ。ケーキが来たらみんなで写真も撮りたいですし、マスタにあげたら喜んでもらえると思うんですよね。タグをつけるならそうですね、みんなで打ち上げ、ビューティーコラボカフェ、スペシャルスイーツと可愛いミューズたちで。
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that one was even worse than the first one. The first one at least had something going on. These riddles were... That second one was pure moon logic. The first and the third one were fine, but the second one was moon logic, at least from the translation. Actually, I haven't looked at this new card. Actually, I think if I go here, I can look at it. Max level and everything, right? Did I already get the last copy? Already got the last copy. Okay, there we go. And still look at it here. Does have 5%. The only training effectiveness is from here. Another source of shatterproof. Yeah, it's not good. Does give firm. I mean, I guess it's got speed bonus, which is kind of nice. Yeah, definitely extremely free to play. At least it has some race bonus, though. Yeah. At least it has speed bonus and race bonus, but it's not particularly usable unless it's your only option. Alright, what time is it? Could maybe do a run. Now let's see. Who? I think I was still working on Top Gun. Is there anybody else I'd rather do? Not really. That's digital. When the hell is Top Gun? I'm blind. I'm always blind. Do I have a filter on? I think I have a filter on. I do. That's why. Okay, this time I'm not blind. She literally was not here. There we go. I think those are different parents. Who was I using as parents for her? Okay. This at least gives me the aptitudes that I need. I mean, this is an acceleration skill. I think it seems not to proc that often, but it is acceleration on the final straight. I think it's good for new Gemini. And then Plancha should also be good. And that does get me Mile late, so I think this is the best build. I was considering doing End Closer, but it's such a short course. I don't think End Closer is the play. I think you only want to go late or late pace front for this one. Not a huge fan of the sparks here. We definitely don't need stamina. It's kind of a waste, but it's a nice spread between speed and power. And again, late surge are just easiest for me to build with these cards. You get some good skills from these. It allows me to run nature without it being just for stats. Depending on how many skill points I have and what else I have available, we can get tether here, tail here, so... What was this one? This one's Fast and Furious. On your left is really good. Yeah, so we get a mid-race velocity, late-race acceleration, firm menace, you can get tail, you can maybe get debuffs on these builds, potentially. Also just a good stat stick. We have a good enough run, we can get a UG rank with this, potentially. It's got 70% race bonus, I think, or 10, 20, 30, 40, plus 30, yeah. It's at least a somewhat easy build. We'll do one run and then call it. Hopefully we can click a wit a bunch of times in this first little section here, because I've noticed leveling up wit early seems to help with getting good ranks. I try to click wit as often as I can. I have not reached the third event in that chain in like 10 runs. It's fine. Sometimes it's better to just cancel it anyways. We are trying to hit 3 chain event skills, so... Okay, we're getting lucky with the wit. We're able to click wit a bunch. Looks like we're getting firm menace very quickly here as well, potentially. Okay, we got wit to level 3 already, that's good. No rest, pre-debut is good. The power is lower than I want it to be, but with these sparks, there's not much I can do about that. But we're taking power cards, so it's fine. I've noticed if I take, like 17, 18 power sparks, if I take power cards, I end up getting way too much power. Switching to late. I'm gonna be running this late. Now with this low power, we might struggle with early races, unfortunately. Hopefully we get lucky and I don't have to burn through all my retries right off the bat. I've noticed Osaka High and Victoria Mile tend to be kind of cursed. So I like having at least a couple of retries saved for those. not show again.
ありがとうございます。大切に使ってください。あれね。
Okay, nice. No 30. We love it. Let's see. Do we just burn? If this was a 20%, I would burn it. I'm gonna save the 30 just in case. Sometimes you have really bad sharp RNG. I don't. I think I'd rather take the wit, honestly. Not a huge fan of that skill. It's not terrible, but we're taking so many gold skills as long as we get them. I don't think I can really afford that. I'd rather take, like, corner skills and stuff. I still want to spam wit. I want to get level 5 wit as soon as possible. See if we can hit 30 energy, sure. Unfortunate. Okay, I think that's as high as I can get the friendship. Unless I get like a triple friendship on wit with nobody maxed out. Ooh, it's tempting. I'm usually okay with just doing the last 3 races on this. I would prefer to do 5 or 4. But that gets us, because I think nature is still kind of far away. Yeah, that at least gets us 1 wit friend in friendship. There is a friendship item in the shop, but it's only 1. So it would also tick this up once I buy that. And we'll be pretty close. Nature's gonna take a while, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's better. Plus, we might get another wit up soon. I think we're only like 1 or 2 turns away. And then I might be able to get level 5 just from buying it in the shop. Take as many miles as possible here. Hopefully we don't have to burn too many retries early. Okay, there's 160% and a kale juice. That's actually a really good roll. No point in taking cloudy days. We'll just clutter up the menu with things that I don't want. We should hold off on these. I'm gonna want that. I'm gonna want that. These are fine. Take that. Yeah, I'll be able to grab 1 of these and then all of this. The next 2 races. Sure. I've also noticed something. Seems like if I go to 3 in inventory with these, they kind of stop showing up, but if I keep it at like 1, they'll keep showing up. So I started just using these once I have a couple, and they seem to roll more often. I don't know if that's just my luck and my experience, or if that's a thing, but I think it's weighted more heavily towards them spawning if you're not hoarding them. Could be totally wrong though. Could just be pure RNG, and it just seems that way. I do not like the power being this low. It's gonna give us issues with the late surger. Okay, we got lucky on that one. The majority of my runs, when I'm taking a bunch of power sparks, I'd have like 400 power already. Take one of those, grab that, and then we'll be able to get those on the next one. Okay, good. No retries yet. Those are the ones that give me issues a lot of times. Especially the mile. The first G1 mile will sometimes burn like 2 retries right off the bat, and I hate that. If I've got like 400 or more power, that seems to not happen. It's especially bad with end closers. They're not good on miles. You need a ton of power on end closers to make sure that you win that. We lost. We didn't roll the gold skill from Sunday. That's really unfortunate. I would automatically just kind of say that this run is cooked. I almost want to restart it, because I really don't want to run this without... I don't know, it's possible, because if I end up with like a ton of corner skills, like if I can get mile straightaways, mile corners, late straightaways, late corners, that can kind of make up for not getting the gold version of this. So I guess it's worth committing to the run, but I'm really tempted to just ditch it here. We'll see. Like, if I get a UG and I have enough white, like, double circle skills, then I'd still run it, so... I think that's the only missable, unless we just straight up miss it altogether. I think that's the only skill from cards that I want that's a gamble. So, I guess I'll stick with the run for now. What are we looking at in this new shop? We want that, we want that, we want that, we want that. We want that. That's a 3-turner. This is a mile, sure. And the next one's an OP, then there's another mile, and then it's an OP again. So we got an infirmary turn if we get skin condition, otherwise I can rest. If I hit a 70, then I can do a training after the mile. Okay, no skin conditions. We can rest, see if we hit a 70. We also get a charm. That's good. Grab that, grab the charm for now. So either rest here or just immediately burn the charm. Let's see if... Doesn't look like we're doubled up on anybody, no. I think I want to gamble on rest, see if I get the 70. Because I'd rather save the charm for later if possible. So yeah, we'll rest here. Unfortunate. This will be a mile. We're rolling a lot of good stuff here. I'm gonna have to take a lot of races. Alright, here's Firm Menace. I mean, thanks, but to be honest, I didn't really try that hard. I already have Taurus Platinum, I didn't care that much. But, hey, if Nature had been in 6th, or I mean, even if Digital had been in 6th, I think it was possible. So, we still had a chance of winning. I don't think Okuri had any chance in hell of beating what we were up against, but it was unfortunate that Digital just couldn't be one position higher. But now I know. I was wondering what the titles with the stars look like, and I actually don't like them, so that makes it official that I don't care about getting the platinum titles with the little star, because I don't even like the way that they look. If we get some in the future, sure, whatever, but my main goal is to get the platinums that I missed the first go around. So we're gonna be trying a lot harder to win Gemini this time. Really sucks. I lost the last one just because of a pace setter coin flip. If my Ergodia got, or no, it was who was I running? McQueen. I think it was McQueen. Yeah, there were two McQueens, and whichever one of them got pace setter was just gonna win. And unfortunately, it was the other guys and not mine. So I literally lost to a coin flip. Now we have a lot more available to us to hopefully win. Yeah, it looks like this cycle is a lot better because there's only the only long in the whole group is Aries, and that's it. So we don't have to deal with longs anymore until the very end. And I already have Aries Platinum, so that means I just don't care about longs anymore until the new longs come around, which is nice because longs are such a pain to deal with the low wit RNG. Let's see, this was a potential charm term. Yeah, we'll charm on speed on this one. I can actually burn one of these. We got another one of these in the tank. Yeah, it's a little frustrating because this Taurus was identical to the first Taurus, and then I assumed that Gemini was going to be the same, and so I got a UG rank Oguri that would absolutely dominate OG Gemini, but now Gemini is like a mile. Okay, thanks Cygames. I wish I'd known that beforehand. It's still nice that I got a UG rank, but I literally can't use it because there's no longs. And I'm 100% sure by the time Aries comes around again, because she is usable in the next Aries, but I think we're going to be on the next scenario, and I think there's going to be power creep that invalidates her. But maybe I get lucky and she's still usable, and then that's one less ace that I have to build for Aries, and I'm not going to be trying very hard on Aries. I already have Aries Platinum. The last three are just going to be a major break for me, because I got all of the last three before we rolled over, so... And I really don't care about getting the ones with the stars. I would never put it on my profile. I hate the way it looks. And we're getting really lucky with not actually failing any of these races with this low a power. I've had so many runs where I'm rocking low power, and I've already burned through all my retries at this point. Unfortunately, we're missing some of this stuff, but it's not a big deal. Guess I'll at least grab the guts. This is the only thing that kind of sucks to miss, because I don't think we have one yet. Yeah. This I don't really care about. I mean, I guess... this would be nice, because I'm rocking Kale. Maybe that's better than Guts. I don't like losing out on a plus 22, though. That kind of sucks. I mean, Guts is going to be garbage anyways. It doesn't matter how many of these we hit. Maybe it's better to just make sure that we're in great mood for summer. Sure. I do have another charm. We potentially double up. Could use it here to get nature into friendship. Can also use it here. let's keep fishing for now.
注目の位置
ビクトリーマヤに夢中になっちゃったポッカポカ下が快適
Mile S, huge.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん本日は何を交換しますか
That's unfortunate. I rolled another one. Well, that means I can be in awful mood and still be fine. Although with the kale, still be in good mood. Well, actually, no. If I can go into summer with awful mood, use the kale, then pop the 2 cupcakes. So that's actually kind of nice. I'd still rather not go into summer with awful mood, but if I end up having to because of shop rolls, that's an option. There's not too much else that we need from this. I already got 335%, so I think I'm gonna pop one right now. Because it really seems like they roll more often if you have less than 3.
あれれレースに出てばっかりじゃない君がちゃんと考えてくれてるなら
Go triple tiara route. I don't want to deal with longs, even though she has long aptitude.
11番マヤのトップガン
Stamina, well, stamina is good enough for Kikasho, but we want to do more miles anyways. This one's a mile. There we go, there's our first L.
なるよ
Hopefully it's just the one.
ここは負けられない
Cool, cool.
鳴りやまないね
I want at least 2 retries, one for Osaka High and one for Victoria Mile, because those I seem to lose even when I have amazing stats. They're just very cursed races.
あれれなんだかうまく体が動かないお疲れ様ですトレーナーさん
Okay, we got another charm turn here. Yeah, see what I mean? Once you go below 3, you seem to roll them.
ありがとう
So I noticed that does seem to be the trick to getting extra stats. Run like 70 or 80 race bonus and just keep spamming the 35% hammers. Okay. So I think, I'm pretty sure we charm here. Yeah, we charm here. See what our options are. That's not bad. I don't like taking stamina, but it would just be one more turn for Fukukitaru, and that's everybody in friendship. So I think that's worth.
なんだか元気が急降下しちゃって
No guarantees that we hit another friendship item. Let's go ahead and get that going. Well, we're gonna keep popping 35s every time we get them. Yeah, this is just kind of, I haven't used her before. I actually was considering regular Top Gun might be better in this course. But she's easy enough to build that I'm just gonna have her. I have so many other aces that I'm gonna build anyways. I figured I'd just give it a shot and see how she does in testing. I keep forgetting. How does her skill work here? Yeah, I mean, she can get acceleration. I think the problem is it's like on the final corner, procs too early, so may not work out. But whatever. I have, how many aces do I have right now that I'm gonna build? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got to be like 6, 7, 6, 7. I think yeah, it's like 6 or 7 different aces that I'm planning on building. So it's like whatever. This is a very, very easy run with her aptitudes. So.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
Also, we have a lot of it. Pretty much all of the next CMs are all like mile medium. So potentially I can use her on like one of the later ones as well. Yeah, I think her unique probably procs too early to get the acceleration out of it. Let's see, what are we looking for here? Want those, we got 3 turns, that's probably fine.
ありがとうございます。大切に使ってください。
Also, because her skill has acceleration, I have to check how bad it is inherited, but I may want a parent of her as well for certain builds. Later on. I'm trying to get parents of anybody that has like any acceleration skill and just kind of mess around with them. Because that's been a long time issue up until now, is I do not have enough parents for different races that have acceleration skills. Like, I still have to do Halloween Super Creek at some point, too. Okay, we'll be able to grab those. I'm just gonna have to spam races. Which is actually fine, because we have a ton of mood ups and we got a cure, so yeah, we can just spam races. The miles. I hate miles. This power is not. I should have like. On most of my runs, I'd have like 600 power. Still somehow dodging the skin condition. I'm also just trying to get the hang of UG runs because I still only have one single UG rank. And I like just figured out a system. This is also just kind of like a practice run. We even get to save some mood up items. Look at that. No whistles. We're gonna miss out on a charm. Can at least take that wit. I guess, sure.
じゃあやりましょうか。トレーナーちゃん、今のマヤすっごくキラキラしてると。
I do need more power. This is such a bigger stat gain, though. Yeah, we don't really care.
やりましょうか。燃料まトレーナーちゃん、今のマヤすっごくキラキラしてると。
積み重ねていきましょう。
It's really unfortunate that you weren't in friendship. More wit. Really wants to give me wit. Yeah, sure, whatever.
やりましょうか。幸せな角。
Still throwing wit at me. Oh, he's still trying to fish out of here.
本日は何を交換しますか？
At this rate, we need power ankles. Yeah, do one race. We can afford those, sure.
今のマヤ
I have 35. I have 3 35s. I'm gonna have to use one of those 35s, but I'm not using it on a G2.
ここは負けら
びっくり。マヤに夢中になっちゃった。 マヤ、神様じゃなくて
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使って
キラキラドレス
Okay, this would be a charm turn, but we got
燃
nothing.
料満タン。
Yeah, we could still race. Why not?
ここは負けられない。
Actually, I wouldn't even need to charm. We got the energy, but regardless, would have been a training turn if we had good training. Still probably could train without a charm here.
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使ってください。
あれね。
You're not hitting good power. I guess we're just gonna focus speed for now.
元気が急降下しちゃってる。あれ
I mean, we still get power from speed.
積み重ねていきましょう。
なんだか元気が急降下しちゃって。
Well, that's unfortunate, but we got a race. And I want to use a 35 here, see if we can roll more.
あれ
注目の
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
I think I'm gonna wait and see if I can get that power level up. Tempted to burn another 35. It seems like if I have one, they roll super often. So I'm still trying to test out this theory, see if it holds up.
ここは負けられ
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
Yeah, so you just rolled another 35. I think the strat is to like keep burning through your 35% hammers.
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
Yeah, I'm gonna want all that for sure. Can hold off on. Might have to give up on the power actually. I kind of need all this stuff. Can still wait a little bit though.
なんだかうまく体が動かない。
I'm gonna keep using these. I'll save one.
レースに出てばっかりじゃない？君がちゃんと考えてくれてるなら。
ここは負けられ
あれ？どうしちゃったの？
The miles with the low power.
ここ
It's
は負けられ
so horrible. There we go.
そのビル、鳴りやまないね。
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, and it seems to work.
あれれ？お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日何を交換しますか？
Let's see, we still got one turn left after this. I guess I don't need that necessarily. We're still looking for another Kale. Um, 70. Actually, yeah, one more race and I can't afford all
あ
that.
りがとうございます。大切に使ってください。またレース？レースが好きだけど、足が重くて。
ここは負けられ
びっくり！マヤに夢中になっちゃった？
Yeah, I really think that is the secret sauce for UG rank. You gotta
あれれ？
you gotta run like 70-80% race bonus and then keep using these as often as possible. Oh, we'll wait to buy that. Because I gotta buy all this stuff. We want those. We want these. We'll grab those.
ありがとう。
And this should be Arima. We have one of those in the bank. You should be able to win Arima. Go ahead and use that.
あれれ？またレース？レース好きだけど。
ここは負けられ
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
Actually ended up with 1400 at the end there. Usually end up with 13. And good mood with no skin condition. I'm getting some good RNG here. It's unfortunate that I can't really use this as an ace, but
トレーナーさん、本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使って。なんだか元気が急
alright.
降下
This could be a charm turn. Yeah, I could charm on the wit maybe. Break the chain. Ooh, I don't have a charm.
どうしちゃったのかな。
Do I just use the energies? Sure. Those are pretty common. Probably could have done 120 and gambled, but I'd rather not. Do I have like a 30%? I only got the 60s. I gotta save those.
観察させてもらうよ。
Could maybe train again. We don't have a rival yet. Sure.
積み重ねていきましょう。
Power is still awful, but I can at least get speed to where I want it to be. There we got rivals.
注目の
びっくり！マヤに夢中になっちゃった？ お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
I don't really need this, but I like having 2 cures just in case. Especially because on the rare occasion you get hit with the random migraine or slacker, it's good to have one of these. So that means I can just use that on skin condition. The only other thing I want here is this, and potentially this.
ありがとうございます。 切に使ってくださいね。
I'd be missing 5 points. I guess we could skip that. Yeah, we could potentially skip it. I'd like to have the ability to come out of awful mood, though. Let's see. I might just skip the speed level up. Our speed isn't, like, terrible right now. Yeah, I think I just skipped the speed level up. Speed is fine. It's power that's the issue here.
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとう。あれれ。
I'm just like not even rolling power training at all. It's unfortunate. Let's rest.
トレーナーちゃん。燃料
Still only have one of these, right? Oh, we have a 20. Use the 20.
ここは負けられ
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
Really, I'm just trying to figure out a system where I can get more consistent UG ranks. I know part of it is parents. My parents are kind of bad, which is not helping, but... should at least be getting, like, SS plus on most runs. Like, close to UG. Like, I gotta stop having so many S rank runs.
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。
There's obviously stuff that I'm doing wrong.
ありがとう。
I don't think we can survive. Maybe Tenno Spring. I don't think that's enough stamina.
マヤ、どうしちゃったのかな。
Yeah, I don't think. The lack of charms is unfortunate. My UG rank run, I was able to charm like every time it was one of these turns. But I guess we'll race again, because I can probably skip this turn. See if maybe we get a charm on this one.
注目の一番
ビクトリー。マヤに夢中になっちゃった。
Hey, you called it.
あれれ。なんだかうまく体が動かない。お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
Yeah, I have a decent amount of SS runs, but I should be like averaging SS plus at this point, in my opinion. Especially with the cards that I have. I don't have the best set of cards, but I have more than enough to be getting SS plus on nearly every run. And usually it's just SS rank. I know a big factor is my parents. I don't have that many good parents, and honestly, I am not dedicated enough to just spam parent runs.
大切に使ってください。なんだか元気が急降下しちゃってる。
I'm not even sure there is a big difference between taking the time to do a ton of parent runs and taking the time to just do ace runs until you get lucky enough with the RNG that it works out. I think it probably is very close time-wise. I could also be searching up better borrows, which I should start doing.
元気が急降下しちゃってる。
Let's see, what are we on right now? Yeah, this is the Tenno Spring. Ah, perfect, perfect. We definitely charm here. I could even do... I mean, our power level is awful, but this should still at least give us a decent power boost. Yeah, I mean, it's something.
一緒に頑張ろう。
I Victoria Mile. I'm gonna save the one. This is one of those very cursed races that I'm probably gonna need a retry on, especially with this power. Hey, we got lucky. Still got 3 turns on everything. Yeah, I'll just grab... Actually, maybe I'll grab this for now. There's another G1, right? Next turn. I only had the 1 charm, right? Yeah. And I think I'm gonna have to rest. We're only gonna get 1 more race, so maybe I do a race here as well. Do these 2 and then rest here. Unless I get lucky and get a KO. Show me KO. That's not KO. Can at least afford those, and one of those, and that. And sure, why not? I'll be able to get that. And one of those. Yeah. That works. Just immediately use this on Yasuda. I think the main thing I was missing was not using the 35%, so I was usually hoarding 35% for like the entire run, and I didn't realize that you had a higher likelihood of rolling them if you use them. This has really, like, figuring this out has really changed things for me. I have no idea if that's something they mention in guides. I purposely have not been looking at guides, which is why it's been taking me a long time to figure out how Make a New Track works, but that means, for me, eventually I just don't need to think. Like, these runs have become fully automatic. I can just shut off my brain. I know what to do. If I follow guides, I'm not going to get to that point, so... It's making it a lot easier on me, burnout-wise, if I just figure everything out on my own so that it becomes automatic. I think I'm gonna have to rest here, yeah. It's rare you get a 35 in the shop refresh. Okay, nice. We're actually getting power here. I only have 1 power. That's fine. I'm just going to use it. This run does not seem to be working out for power. Just take the opportunity as it presents itself. I did get more power, but it's not a double, so it doesn't matter. Also, I don't even know if I have enough energy here to be using ankles on every turn. Yeah, I think I would have to take a wit. Or gamble, which is never fun. Yeah, I would definitely, if I had to use another late in the middle of that,
いつでもテイクオフいけるよ。
we would be in energy trouble here. Technically, it still could fail at 2%. It's been a while.
一緒に頑張ろう。あれね。
Now, of course, now the power turn shows up, and I got nothing.
元気が急降下して。
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate RNG with the charms and the turns that training is showing up on.
ここは負けられない。
びっくり。マヤに夢中になっちゃった。 ただいまセール中です。ぜひ交換していってください。ありがとうございます。大切に使う。
ここは負けられない。
びっくり。マヤに夢中になっちゃった。
Wish I could just get another copy of the Ayabe Guts card so I can start running 80% without having to borrow it. 80% race bonus would be huge.
本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使ってください。あれね。
If I remember correctly, I think it ticks you up to plus 24 all on the last 3 races if you use 35%.
なんだか元気が急降下しちゃってる。
We can just spam races.
レースに出てばっかりじゃない？君がちゃんと考えてくれ。
注目の位置。
びっくり。マヤに夢中になっちゃった。 あれね。お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使ってください。あれね。なんだかまたレース？レース好きだけど。
注目の位置。
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
I've managed to avoid skin condition this entire run. It's actually crazy.
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
I already have 3. Actually, I have 4. Wow, we're getting a ton of these. We already got 3 of those. I guess we do have a charm. Guess we could do that. Maybe 60% on a charm. Or just save charms for the last 3. Yeah, that's fine.
ありがとう。あらね。
I could just get a little bit of power here, but it's probably not worth.
なんだか元気が急降下しちゃってる。
Let's see. You have 2 charms. You can do a 35 here.
なんだかうまく体が動か。またレース？レースも好きだけど。
注目の位置。
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
I -10s always hurt. Power turn's a little bit better, but it's still not great.
本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとう。あれれ、なんだかうまく体が動かない。なんや、またレース？なんだか元気が。あれれ、またレース？レースは好きだけど、走る。
ここは負けられ
ドキドキ。そのベル鳴りやまないね。
In my experience, shutting off your brain is how you get good at games. You know you're good at a game when you can just like not even think about what you're doing and just do everything perfect. Alright, finally, the first skin outbreak of the entire run. We don't care about ramp up. Ramp up sucks. I like never take it anymore. Finally get a turn here that's worth taking. No. Maybe on the last one.
お疲れ様です、トレーナーさん。
What else can we
本日は
buy?
何を交換しますか？
Guess just in case, I only have 2. I'm gonna need to be able to do 3 turns. I think I might just need to rest. Yeah, I'm just gonna need to rest.
ありがとうございます。なんだか元気が急
I could rest on this turn, because this one doesn't have a G1. Yeah, I guess we'll see if we hit a 70. Nice. Oh, and it fixed Skin Outbreak. Not so I didn't need to cure the entire run. Cool. I forgot I think they changed that, so that way if you hit a 70, it'll cure stuff. I keep forgetting that's a thing. I know it can cure Night Owl. I didn't know it can cure skin condition. I thought it was specific to Night Owl. Yeah, so that means we can take this. I might as well get the mood up now. I could even gamble and burn one of these and just hope I get one in the last store, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you only get 20s. It's probably not a good idea. Especially considering the state our stats are at. They're awful.
注目の一番
They're so bad.
2番
Critical whip failure on the last race. At least we still get retries. She actually got boxed in. Oh, we got 3 turns of power potentially, but the speed is not good. Just a little bit unfortunate training RNG. Might as well buy him. I got nothing else to buy. At least we got some whistles. Need another whistle. Wow, still nothing? Really? It's even worse. It's even worse. Now there's nobody. Oh. We'll still speed. There's also just an issue of only having 2 speed and taking Fukukitaru because she's a floater. Right? She has no priority, right? Yeah. It's just a gamble taking that card, but it's worth it for the plus 30 all. She does screw me a lot, but honestly, Kita-san screws me a lot, and she's got 80 specialty priority, so, you know what? I'll take the guaranteed plus 30 all. Because Akita-san likes to go on vacation anyways. We're just going to use these because it doesn't matter. We'll just look at the numbers. Sure. We must have hit stamina so many times on race bonus. That's actually a crazy amount of stamina. Pretty sure once you hit 80 race bonus, it jumps from 22 all to 24 all. And that makes a difference, because then you're getting... Was that 82? Yeah, 82 to every stat, as long as you have 335s. I think we hit stamina like almost every race on race bonus, because stamina is absurdly high. I do have a little bit of sparks for stamina on these parents, but like not enough to get there. Was this so unnecessary for a mile build? Even a medium build. I should have just done speed there. I don't think it would get me to 1100 anyways. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, for this being a bad RNG run, it's not terrible stats. I think this new way of running is working. I think I've finally figured out how to do this properly. I'm not sure if there's anything else that I'm missing, but clearly the biggest thing I was missing was not using those 35s. Ooh, we took a lot of races. 2800 I think is a... Yeah, 2805 I think is a record for me on skill points. Probably use her for late surger, so we'll take late surger, and I don't know, would I use her more often as a mile parent or a medium parent in the future? Probably medium, but I'm gonna have more mile skills, so I might as well just take mile skills. Or we can maybe just take late surger stuff. These are always interesting to me. Probably would never use them, though. Yeah, maybe I just take late surger skills. We don't lock ourselves into a distance thing. Although I don't know if I have enough late surger skills. Maybe get sparks or focus, potentially. I think one of the later ones is wet, so we can maybe potentially get wet and firm. Not sure about fall. Take the recoveries. Yeah, that's fine. Now we're not locked into a distance. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Unfortunate. Also, I think you get extra stats for getting these, so I've been trying to get these epithets. I know some of the epithets will get you extra stats, I'm not sure if all of them do.
ランデブーヒト大成功だね。
It's only 37 races. I've gotten way less skill points. This deck must be giving a good skill point bonus somewhere. Because I've had runs where I did 40 races and I didn't get that many skill points.
ねえ、髪変になってない？マヤだよ。ゴールインの鐘響かせちゃう。
What was another late surger that I was thinking about
共
doing?
に研鑽し共に励みましょう。
We could do regular Mayana Top Gun. I think regular Mayana Top Gun actually could be good here.
共に研鑽し
Still could activate on a corner. Though I think it's velocity, so that isn't terrible. I think I do want to stick with straight. I guess El Condor Pasa can do his late surger. Yeah, we're just missing out. We don't need recoveries. I don't really care about pace straights, that's fine. Or straightaway adept, they're kind of mid. None of her built-in kit is useful, but Plancha's good on this one, I'm pretty sure. So I could do a Condor Pasa.
共に研鑽
Ooh, I
し
don't have a deck for her, but I think I can just use the same deck. I know I do have a deck for her. Okay. I think this is for Pace Chaser Condor though. So I could do Pace Chaser Condor. I'm having a good time with late surger runs though. New late surger, oh goody. I think we're working with RNG on recoveries though, unfortunately.
共に研鑽
What does she have built in again? She does have like one late surger thing, right? Yeah. She does have that and 777, so we only need one late surger recovery. I'm not sure if anything in the deck can give it to me. We should roll one. Yeah, I don't think anybody has a late surger recovery, do they? Do you have one? No. Pretty sure you don't. Oh, isn't that the same one that Oguri has, though?
共に
Yeah, it's the same one. We can get that discounted, potentially.
共には
Pretty sure you don't have any. Yeah, you don't have any. Do you have one? Same one again. And 777. So yeah, we're gonna need to roll a recovery, which is a little bit annoying. Not the worst thing ever, though.
うちのちっちゃい弟も
I might be going overkill on
共に研
speed.
鑽し共に励み
I
ましょ
actually
う
want to change that up, because Oguri has speed, but not,
共に研鑽
on this one. She got speed, but not power. Yeah, so we might want to consider actually swapping for a power.
共に研鑽し
It's going to be a little bit of a gamble with Fukukitaru, but let's see. What's a good power? 10, 20, 30. Yeah, the extra 5. I'm pretty sure there's no difference between 70 and 75. It might. There might be a difference. It might get you to 23 all. I don't think I've experimented with that. Let's experiment with that. Let's see what we get with 75. There might be a difference. I know there's like a chart. I haven't looked at the chart. Where's Nishino Flower? So this will get us to 75. We can maybe try that. Yeah, I think this will be better because we get a speed bonus, but not a power bonus.
イベントやってるはやだよホールインの鐘響かせちゃおう
オグリキャップ
We don't need to worry about mile aptitude. We're gonna want El Condor Pasa. Which one has the most power? This one. And then I think I want to try running her without the... I could just run Dober, actually. Maybe I'll just run Dober. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was going to run Power Sparks. So I don't really need 2 power cards. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the guaranteed speed. I don't want to have to gamble with Fukikitaro. It'll be much more consistent. Yeah, so let's go... Let's go with Dober, maybe. Oh, that also... Oh, that's actually great. We can run, like, every race except for sprints. So this will actually be a really good career, and we got double circle. This is actually perfect. Little bit low on the power sparks, but not terrible. Yeah, I think we do go back to speed here. Either that or another wit. Could triple up on wit, maybe. I don't think there's a good card for me to triple up on wit, though, because I would take Sunday, but we got the Sunday power card. So I don't think there's another good card for me to triple up on wit unless I run Find Motion. And then... I guess it's not the worst for chain events. There's a potential that she blocks a chain event. I think that guarantees that I have to cancel Fukukitaru's unless we hit these initially right off the bat. That's my only concern with her, is that her chain event blocks these 3. Of course, this one's a gamble anyways. It's probably worth it for the training effectiveness. And we do want really high wit, and that contributes to the speed, plus she gets a speed bonus. We're running power sparks. 1 power card's a little bit iffy on power, but most of the time the power sparks seem... I mean, I've had great runs where I just ran no power cards at all, so... I think this at least... Because the priority on these is kind of terrible, so this will at least help us hit double wit more often. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this. I think if we get a good run with this, we potentially get like 1200, 1200, 1200, which would be awesome. I'm a little bit worried about the 1 power card, but we'll try it.
力が湧いてくる衣装に似合う走りを見せたいんだ今日もトレーニングよろしく頼むトレーナー
Still 10, 20, 30, 40, 70. Yeah, that's good enough.
見ていてくれよし勉強だな衣装よしやろうどんな見ていてくれ故郷の目勉強だな どんなよしやろう。さて見ていてくれ。おう勉強だな。
Dober doesn't work here? Okay. And we'll restart this. I keep forgetting that hers is on a corner. Can you stop yapping so I can cancel this? Thank you. Enough with the yapping. That's unfortunate because this combo gives me really good aptitudes. We'll see if I find something else that gives me the same aptitudes. Yeah, I always forget that this is a corner skill. I can run Shadow Break. I like Shadow Break. I don't think I have too many other options for high power. For acceleration, I do have, like, King. Could run King, but I'm not getting the amount of power sparks, so in this case I think I would take another power card. So I think I'd prefer Shadow Break in that case. So Shadow Break is still good. This still gives me double circle. I think it's more that the acceleration hits too early regardless, because if the acceleration hits on late race corner, I believe this version of Gemini, you want your acceleration proccing on the straight. I think if it hits on a corner, it's too early. But either way, even if it's inconsistent, that's still a problem. Yeah, and Shadow Break's a velocity, so that's fine. It has a range of where it can proc. You get the greatly increased velocity. So it's still a decent skill. Oguri's unique on its own. I forgot to check where 777's proc, so Oguri might not be that good on this one, actually, because of where 777's procs. Actually, should be looking at that. Because I might have an issue on which recoveries to take. I don't know if corner skills work at all here. See, I feel like any corner acceleration might hit too late. I mean, too early. Ooh, 777's is way too early here. Yeah, 777's is gonna... So Oguri is gonna be a little bit rough. Yeah, they're gonna be triggering, like, right before the straight? Okay. Okay, so we can run pump, but, the 777's location is kind of an issue here. Although I don't know if Oguri's unique can activate this early, so it might be okay. I'm still not entirely familiar with exactly... I don't think I've done a deep dive. Hang on. What the hell is her skill called? Festive something. Festive Miracle or something. I don't even see it here. There it is, yeah, Festive Miracle. Yeah, I think 777's is going to proc way too early, so we don't have a consistent proc on Oguri's unique, which is kind of an issue. that means this acceleration does nothing. So it's basically working like, what would it be like? Tamamo Cross is unique. You're just getting like a little bit of a boost. The stamina recovery does nothing. So I'm almost thinking Christmas O Goody isn't even a take on this one, considering the location of 777s. The main thing that's good about her is being able to proc right on 777s, but you're gonna have really inconsistent procking here. I don't think there's any skills that you could take to make it consistent, like when you're procking. I think 777s is pretty much the only one. Unless I guess I would have to take a unique, like Super Creeks or Tachyons, right? Because those will proc like right at the final spurt area, the last late race area or something. Pure Heart is late race. And even these are not great. Mid race, second half, mid race. This one, maybe. Haru's could maybe work. I don't think I have any Haru parents, though. I'd have to do Haru parent runs. Yeah, so many of these are mid-race. Yeah, it looks like it's only Haru. Both of the Harus. Affinity is kind of overrated, but I don't have any parents, so I'd have to do Haru parent runs just to be able to get this online, which is irritating. And it's looking like this is the only skill that would actually proc at the right time. I can't think of any other recoveries that proc at the right time. Like you could gamble with corner. You could try to do it with her built-in one, the after activating many skills late race, and just try to make it so that the last skill that procs that. I mean, I guess hypothetically, Small Breather could do it if that's your last recovery. Yeah, I guess Small Breather could do it, but I think it can activate any time in this whole section. I guess that's okay. It might be activating a little bit late, but I guess we could do that. We could just use Small Breather as the last recovery, so we got to take 2 recoveries that proc before a late race. I guess that at least opens up all these mid-race ones. Corner recovery would be fine. But that means I can't take 777s. Well, I guess 777s is fine. Actually, yeah. No, 777s is fine because that becomes a mid-race then. And then we aren't activating until the late race one. So it at least works for late surger. Yeah, I think that's fine. This will be our last recovery skill that procs. This will proc the unique. It's going to be a little bit inconsistent when it hits, but I think that's okay. I think as long as it is somewhere in here, that might work. I mean, we'll have to test it, but I think that's okay. I think we can rock with that. And 777 just becomes a mid-race activation. So that means we just need one skill that procs either around the same time as 777s or earlier. So we could rock Iron. Gets me the power sparks. Well, we're going to be comboing it with On Your Left and other accelerations, so I think it's fine. It could be a little bit early, but I think it's okay. Yeah, it does make it seem like Christmas O'Goody is not the greatest take here. I don't really know of any other good late surgers, unless we just run Megiro Ryan. We could just run Megiro Ryan, I guess. Still got this stupid filter on. Get out of here. Gotta put Mile Sparks on her. It's not too bad. What else do I have with Mile Sparks? I think 2-star is fine. Could do King. It's at least another acceleration. I don't think I have anybody with Mile Sparks that has good power, unfortunately. And I don't hate running Megiro Ryan. I don't particularly like it, but I think it may be King. At least get some power sparks here. What are Ryan's buffs like? Big power, so we run 3 speed cards, we're probably fine. Maybe don't even run any power cards, although I think I still want... Well, this one is a gamble. I don't know, do we need that? 15% race bonus with a late surger skill. It's kind of hard to justify dropping that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of vodka. If I'm gambling, I'd rather gamble on iron. I've had a lot more luck with iron than vodka. Yeah, I think we gotta run 3 speed cards, and she gets no speed bonus. I think this works. She gets a big enough power bonus that 1 power card with power sparks is probably good enough. So good sparks for Nimble, Outer Swell, Right-handed, Stan, more Nimble, Tail. It's not bad. Definitely could be better, but it's not bad. I'm already doing Cheerleader King. That's another one of the ace. I'm trying to find another late surger on top of that. Cheerleader King is like for #1 choice for late surger for sure. Especially with Spring Spectacle. The gold, spring, and firm conditions skills combined are insane. Especially if you get like Mile S, right-handed. You just like have, or like Turf S. Like you can just have insane stats when you stack those. So she's my number one pick. Unfortunately, I think... Did I use Dober on this one? No, okay. Yeah, this one's usable. I'd still like something better, but this one is at least usable. So Ryan I think is another late surger pick. I don't know who a third one would be. Maybe regular Lana Top Gun. Although I think her skill, we were looking at that, it doesn't work as well. It could do grass. We lose out on Dominator, but she's like, okay. I've had some really good grass aces. Her skill is not fantastic, but it's alright. It could do Tamama Cross, actually. Late surge of Tamama Cross. Built-in Fast and Furious. Built-in Pilfer. Built-in Fast and Furious. So this is the gold version, right? Yeah. But also Tail 9. Not getting any benefit from Spurt if we do that, but... Yeah, maybe Tamamo Cross. Maybe we do that for the late surgers. We do Tamamo Cross, Ryan, and Cheerleader King. I don't hate it. Ryan will be the gamble build. We'll try to get King and Tamamo Cross more consistent. This is what I hate about Tamamo Cross, this Mile E. Let me see, do I have parents that have enough Mile Sparks to make this work? Even if we're going a little bit light on uniques? Oh, maybe. Hang on. Hey, that'll work. It's not the best, but it'll work. I'm gonna have to get some luck to get the stats that we're looking for, but can at least get her to Mile A. Do I have a borrow, or do I have to find one? We might want to borrow for this one. Yeah, I might want to... Let's see, what about you? What about this one? That'll do it. Still not giving me good sparks, though. I think I'll have to fish for a better parent to borrow for this one, but this is definitely doable. I think we'll start with Ryan. Off stream, I will hunt down some parents for Tamamo Cross. And then we can have 3 late surgers that are decent. Rudolph is also not terrible. It's just, I don't like... Like, I like taking the characters with Dominator for Dominator, you know? When Dominator isn't working, it's like, I don't know. But her skill is kind of decent. I don't like that it's somewhat inconsistent. I mean, on a late surger, it shouldn't be, and there should be a decent amount of frontrunners here. It's just that when you have to pass 3, it's a little rough. And then there is also Digital, which is a little bit easier. She does already have Mile A and Medium A. I could also do Digital. I just ran her, though. I don't necessarily want to run Digital again. I do like that she has Dirt A, so she can do dirt races during career, though. It does make the career a little bit easier. There's more G1s. Yeah, we could run Digital again. I guess I'm okay with it. She was kind of underwhelming last Chammy, though. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be running 3 late surges either, like, as one team. I just want to have the options. I like round 1, I just have a ton of aces that I try out, and I pick the best ones. So... I do like Tamamo Cross. I'd like to run her. I'm just not a fan of Ryan. I don't like her. Also, I prefer Dober's skill to Ryan's skill, so if Ryan's the only one that works here, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to gamble on 6th place again. Maybe with one build I will, but... I don't necessarily want it to be the primary unique. My problem with Tamamo Cross is hers is It's just like slightly different anchors. It's not that good. Also, because of that, she could suffer from success, so I think I don't want to take iron on her. So this would probably be the build that I take iron on. I mean, it could also do Late Surge or Condor. It's definitely an idea. Or maybe this one. Nah, I think that potentially goes too early. I do like that she has these built in, though. These are really good. Like, her whole kit is really good for miles. So, maybe I'll try both. We'll see. I think maybe I'm expanding my my potential aces here. Maybe we're gonna have like 10. Yeah, I think they're all good options, actually. Potentially. I'll have to see if that procs too early or not. So you're a little bit lower on the list because of that, but I also really like her aptitudes. You can run like almost every race with that. So it's a pretty easy career at least. Yeah, I just don't really like ends on shorter courses. Like, they can be good, but they're even more consistent than they usually are. Tamamo Cross may, if what you're saying is correct and her unique activates kind of late, then that could be one of the few good end closer choices. So maybe we do run her as end closer. I definitely like end closers. They're my favorite style. It's just on shorter courses they're rough, because they tend not to be able to get up to their full speed before the race just ends. So I usually don't run end closers on a course this short. But if she's consistently activating late, then potentially she can get far enough ahead that that she works as an end closer, which would be nice. You definitely try her as end closer. I don't absolutely hate the idea. I still think I should fish for better, like a good borrow for better sparks, though. Yeah, if she had speed and power bonus, then I would just work with what I got. But considering that, I think I'm gonna want better sparks. So we'll hold off on that, but I don't hate the idea of running her as end closer. I'd like to get an end closer that works on shorter courses, so if that is viable, I definitely wouldn't mind running, because I hate front runners. Like, I feel like this is going to be kind of front runner heavy, and I just don't like front runners. They're not fun to me. I don't like building them, and they're just like really inconsistent. They get passed way too often. So I'd like to do like pace late end. That would be a great team comp. I'm just not sure who else I want to try right now, because I feel like I need to do some more research before I really lock in. I kind of just winged it for Taurus because I didn't care, but I do want to actually get Platinum on Gemini this time since I don't have it yet. So I really want to make sure that everybody I'm building is viable. I mean, I could just send another king. Still feel like for Mile stuff, anybody that I want to take Mile parents on, though, I should fish for a better parent. I have to do a bunch of searching on UmaDB and find something. So maybe we do digital. We run her with iron, just to get an iron build going. So that's at least a 9-star power that I can use. And then we just take my best El Condor Pass Spark Spies. This is the best one power-wise, but I do have a Mile there, so I guess that's usable. Actually would prefer Turf S to Mile S on a late Surger. This at least has the potential to get Turf and Mile S, it's just unlikely. Main parents are medium and dirt, which I don't really like. Yeah, I feel like every time I expect a ton of front runners, there ends up being less than I expected. But there's also a big difference between round 1 and round 2. So sometimes there's not as many as I thought in round 1, but then round 2, all of a sudden there's a ton. It's really hard to say what people are going to run. I always prefer lates and ends just for their top speed. They're a little bit more RNG, but like they just pass everything if they go, so that's usually when I try to get going. Pace is like okay. I think here we have some good options for pace chasers, especially with Chiona O, as long as her unique. I have to make sure that her unique procs properly. I guess hypothetically this procs early, but it is just a velocity boost, so it's still not bad. I mainly want to take her for Gold Spring and built-in Speed Star. So I think she's definitely runnable as a pace. And I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'd get the acceleration at the right time. I'm willing to try it, though. I want to run her for built-in neck and neck. At least get some good acceleration from that. And built-in firm was a little bit nice, too, although I'm going to be taking the NTR borrow anyways with her. But I want to try to make her work if I can. And then I was also considering Nishino Flower. This might not proc properly though. I'll have to deep dive that. I want this to work though, because it's like 0.4 acceleration. It's like crazy. Unfortunately, this may not proc at the right time. I'm gonna have to check that one. I'm gonna inherit Flower. Okay, so then Flower probably works. If that's the case, I have a good spread of pace and late that I can build for this, and then we can try Tamama Cross as an end. Might have already used up a ton of time yapping. Yeah, it's already midnight for me. If I do another run, it's gonna be 1 in the morning.
キングの出番ね。
I want to do another run with King, but I kind of want to get some better parents, so I think we're gonna have to hold off on that. I want to at least get a run loaded up. I'll probably end the stream, but I want to at least figure out who I want to run when I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep.
桜千代の王頑張ります。
I mean, Chio's got good built-in aptitudes. It's not the best, but Mile and Medium is nice. I have another good Pace Chaser parent. I don't know if does Cheerleader King's unique also work on Pace? Where the hell is King? Where are you? You work on Pace? No, you want to be in the back. It's not going to work on a Pace. What else do I have that works on Pace? Yeah, I guess Brian. Yeah. That's a pretty easy pick. What was my flower like? Yeah, I need better flower parents. My flower parents suck. Maybe I should just do flower runs for parentage.
西のフラワーです。
Because I wouldn't mind
一生懸命頑張ります。
taking her skill. I don't like the medium A. Let's see, if I'm just gonna do parent runs with her, I can just put whatever. I can still take that. I guess just take that. Yeah. You actually get good amount of power sparks on that, so that's not terrible for our parent runs. Would this work hypothetically? Yeah, actually, it's not the greatest. There's like maybe I could take it. I mean, I could probably just run her with Shadow Break and it'd be whatever. It's still not going to be like that optimal, but if I have like a really good ace run with her, I could still probably work with this. One of her... She has really good skill buffs too, I like that. Take Fine Motion for Speed Star. There's another good wit card. And I keep forgetting, is this one left-handed? I keep thinking it's right-handed, but I think it's actually left-handed. It is. Yeah, okay. Okay, so left-handed. Which you could potentially get from this card, but I think it has no race bonus. Yeah, I don't like the no race bonus. I guess I could still take nature just for the bonuses. Since I probably don't want this card, I can just replace it with... I can't use the flower card because I'm running flower. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I might have to take this just for the bonus. I'm still gonna want firm. Probably want to do 2 power. I mean, I wouldn't mind groundwork, but unfortunately that's 0 limit break. Could run a guts card, try to get groundwork there. Probably not worth though. And I'm actually, she's kind of viable for a guts build. Didn't I already have a flower? Yeah, what was I thinking about running for her? I was considering guts build. And I guess we just get the power from sparks and speed. This is probably overkill for speed, but I don't know, do we swap you with nature just to get a wit card going? Maybe we do that. Try a guts build. Yeah, I want to try it. I guess we could do medium B. Do I have a better parent? I could do like medium B. Yeah, I have a lot more options here. Let's see. I could still run Condor Passa. I'm definitely not getting as many power sparks if I do that though. I don't think that Passa is worth taking the skill from. What about borrows? What are we looking at for borrows? Of course. Guess so goody. You really don't need speed though. Yeah, it's a little rough. I mean, I could just run less power sparks. She's still getting a 15%. Probably still get enough power with that. It's at least usable uniques. Unless we take Tamamo Cross. I think it still works on pace. Actually, might not be bad. If this works like how I think it might, I think this actually could be really good. I want to try it. Guts builds are experimental, and I mainly also just want parentage from her. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna get that loaded. It's a little too late for me to actually do a run. I'm just gonna get this loaded up, ready to go. And then in the middle of the night, when I inevitably wake up and can't sleep, I'll just send it on my phone. As I can live with medium B, it's a little rough, but like I can live with it, especially in a pace chaser. It's fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spam Nishino Flower for a little bit until I get a good parent run with her. I think that's the first plan, because I'm gonna want her for all the pace chaser builds that I do. So we'll burn an RP here before I get off, and I think I'm gonna call it, since it's really late. Yeah, screw it. We'll send a top. Probably just lose every race because I don't build for team trials, but we'll just try it. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's any hope for retention range. It keeps creeping higher and higher. I need to start building for team trials if I want to stay in class 6. I'll just bounce. It's whatever. We got spins, do some spins, whatever. I forgot, I think I got the last card to uncap as well. Might as well do that. A little bit of cleanup here.
ライス、もっとお手伝いするね。
Yeah.
朝から迷う
I think I gotta call it for tonight. I don't want to go super late.
見てると元気もらえるわ。
What is today? Technically Wednesday now? Okay. So probably do a Persona stream.
まあ
I've been wanting to for a little bit.
ちょっともう一回
No promises. I may just be suffering from chronic fatigue. We'll see. I'll probably be taking Thursday, Friday off. So, may or may not be on tomorrow. If I have the energy to stream, we'll do Persona.
負けるな。お疲れ様
But
です。
I'm gonna call this for now.
どれがお
So,
好み？
thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. And until next time, bye.
期待されてもって感じだけどさ。でもなんだかんだ実際のところ応援ってありがたいよね。